Hello everyone! Tonight we're diving headfirst into the world of cryptocurrency again. Buckle up, because this one's a doozy. We're talking about SUI, a new blockchain platform that's got the tech world buzzing. It promises to be faster, cheaper, and more user-friendly than your grandma's blockchain. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another blockchain? Didn't we just invent like 17 of these things last week? And you'd be right. The crypto space is about as crowded as a clown car at a convention for people who hate personal space. But SUI claims to be different. It's not just another blockchain trying to be Bitcoin. It's a whole new platform designed to support the next generation of decentralized applications, or dApps. Whether it can live up to that hype, well, that's what we're here to find out. So grab your mining helmets, put on your digital wallets, and let's delve into the world of SUI blockchain. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of how SUI works, let's talk about the brains behind the operation. Developed by Miston Labs, a team made up of former Meta engineers, SUI has a pedigree that even a Westminster dog show judge would be impressed by. These aren't just some guys who learned to code in their mom's basement. We're talking about industry heavyweights who were instrumental in developing Facebook's cryptocurrency project, Diem. But unlike Facebook, which has the privacy standards of a goldfish in a tank in the middle of Times Square, Miston Labs is all about decentralization. They want to create a platform that gives power back to the people, not to some giant corporation with a thirst for data and a history of questionable decisions. So they took their experience from Diem, added a dash of blockchain magic, and voila, SUI was born. Now let's get down to brass tacks. What makes SUI tick? What's the secret sauce that makes it different from all those other blockchains out there? Well, my friends, it all comes down to two things. Narwhal and Tusk. No, I haven't just listed off the names of my future pet ferrets. These are the names of SUI's consensus mechanisms. Consensus mechanisms? I hear you ask. In the simplest terms, a consensus mechanism is how a blockchain agrees on what transactions have happened and in what order. It's basically the blockchain equivalent of a group of toddlers trying to decide what game to play. But instead of tears and tantrums, you have complex algorithms and cryptographic proofs. Now, most blockchains use something called proof of work or proof of stake. These are tried and tested methods, but they're also slow and energy intensive. SUI, on the other hand, uses a combination of Narwhal and Tusk, which are designed to be much faster and more efficient. Think of Narwhal as the brains of the operation. It's responsible for ordering transactions and making sure everyone agrees on the state of the blockchain. Meanwhile, Tusk is the muscle. It's the engine that powers the whole thing and ensures that transactions are processed quickly and securely. Alright, we've talked about the brains and the muscle, but what about the building blocks of SUI? What's it actually made of? Well, my friends, it's all about objects in a fancy little programming language called Move. Now, most blockchains treat everything like a transaction. It's like going to the grocery store and having to make a separate transaction for every single item in your cart. SUI, however, uses objects, which are essentially digital representations of assets. These objects can be anything from cryptocurrency to NFTs to more complex data structures. The beauty of objects is that they can be owned, traded, and even modified without having to go through the entire blockchain. It's like having a digital backpack where you can store all your digital goodies and easily share them with others. No more endless transactions, no more waiting for confirmations. But what good are objects without a way to interact with them? That's where Move comes in. Move is a programming language specifically designed for building secure and scalable applications on the SUI blockchain. With Move, developers can create smart contracts, which are essentially self-executing contracts that automate complex transactions. This opens up a world of possibilities for building decentralized applications that are faster, cheaper, and more secure than ever before. Section 5, SUI tokenomics, fueling the ecosystem. Let's face it, folks, in the world of crypto, it all comes down to the Benjamins, or in this case, the SUI tokens. Yes, like any self-respecting blockchain, SUI has its own native cryptocurrency, cleverly named SUI. This token is the lifeblood of the SUI ecosystem. It's used to pay for transactions, reward validators who help secure the network, and participate in governance. SUI isn't just some centralized cash grab. It's a community-driven platform, and the SUI token gives users a voice in how the platform evolves. Holders of the SUI token can vote on proposals, elect validators, and even propose changes to the blockchain itself. Staking is basically like putting your tokens in a savings account where they earn interest for helping to secure the network. Section 6. Scalability and performance, SUI's need for speed. Now let's talk about something that's near and dear to everyone's heart, especially in the world of blockchain speed. Nobody likes a slow blockchain. Thankfully, this is where SUI truly shines. Remember Narwhal and Tusk, SUI's dynamic duo of consensus mechanisms? Well, they weren't just chosen because they sound cool. They're designed to make SUI incredibly fast and scalable. Unlike traditional blockchains, which process transactions one by one like a queue at the DMV, SUI can process multiple transactions in parallel. It's like having 1,000 checkout lanes at the grocery store all running at the same time. No more waiting in line, no more bottlenecks. This parallel processing, combined with its unique object-centric architecture, allows SUI to achieve transaction speeds that would make even the Flash jealous. We're talking thousands of transactions per second, folks. And the best part, as the network grows and more validators join the party, SUI actually gets faster. Section 7, SUI versus the Titans, Solana, Avalanche, and Ethereum 2.0. Now I know what you're thinking. John, this all sounds too good to be true. Are you sure SUI isn't just another overhyped blockchain that's going to disappear faster than a plate of cookies at a Weight Watchers meeting? And you know what? You're right to be skeptical. The blockchain space is littered with the corpses of failed projects that promised the moon and delivered a used napkin. But SUI is different. It's not just hype, it's got the tech to back it up. In fact, SUI is often compared to other high-performance blockchains like Solana, Avalanche, and even Ethereum 2.0. So how does SUI stack up against these titans of the industry? Well, in terms of speed and scalability, SUI is right up there with the best of them. Its Move programming language is designed to be easy to learn and use, making it easier for developers to build and deploy decentralized applications. Section 8. DeFi on SUI, Decentralized Finance Reimagined. Alright, enough with the technical jargon. Let's talk about something everyone can understand. Money. Specifically decentralized finance, or DeFi. DeFi is all about recreating traditional financial services like lending, borrowing, and trading on the blockchain. And guess what? SUI is poised to be a major player in the DeFi space. Its speed, scalability, and security make it an ideal platform for building the next generation of decentralized exchanges, lending protocols, and stablecoins. Section 9. Beyond finance, SUI's foray into gaming, NFTs, and the Internet of Things. Now, DeFi is all well and good, but SUI's ambitions don't stop there. This blockchain is going for the whole enchilada. We're talking gaming, NFTs, the Internet of Things, you name it, SUI wants to be a part of it. Imagine a world where you can own your in-game assets and trade them freely without having to go through some greedy game developer. Or a world where you can buy and sell unique digital art without having to worry about authenticity or ownership rights. Section 10. The future of SUI, a blockchain for everyone? So, what's the verdict? Is SUI the next big thing in blockchain or just another flash in the pan? Well, it's still early days, but all signs point to SUI having a bright future. Its technology is sound, its team is experienced, and its community is growing rapidly. But more importantly, SUI has the potential to make blockchain accessible to everyone. Its user-friendly design and low barriers to entry make it easy for anyone to get started with blockchain technology, regardless of their technical expertise. That's the future that SUI is building, and it's a future that's worth getting excited about. Section 11. Challenges and opportunities navigating the blockchain frontier. Now let's not get ahead of ourselves. The blockchain space is notoriously volatile and unpredictable. SUI, like any other blockchain project, faces its fair share of challenges. Competition is fierce, and SUI will need to fight tooth and nail to attract developers, users, and investors. Regulation is still a major uncertainty, and governments around the world are still grappling with how to regulate this nascent technology. But with every challenge comes opportunity. If SUI can overcome these hurdles, the sky's the limit.